Hey everyone, welcome to the final reading of Dee's journal. This is all the updates from the end. An update to Tiz. 6 months after defeating Ouroboros, the bringer of ruin, we gathered in Caldussa as we had promised. Aegil welcomed us back to the town where the four of us met. At the top of the hill, we found Tiz curled up next to his brother Till's grave, quiet and unmoving. Updates to Agnes. Eri revealed her true ambitions after we passed the 5th holy pillar, and transformed into a monster to attack us. We defeated her in the battle that ensued, but were left in shock at what had happened. We visited the sage and heard the voice of the angel he had met long ago. It seems this was the voice of an Agnes from a world before we had all met. Ouroboros devoured the multitude of worlds that Eri had linked together. As long as we fought, the world our friends called home would continue to be eaten away. This strain caused Agnes to lose heart, and she collapsed to her knees. Just then, the pendant began to glow with light, and we heard friendly voices from beyond time and space. Updates to Eri. Eri suddenly turned into something resembling a monstrous larva and attacked us. Agnes was stunned, but the creature only snickered at how it had fooled us all. After Eri was defeated in her hideous larval form, she changed into an even more repulsive pupil beast and set upon us again. Beyond the 5th holy pillar, we awoke on the bridge of Grandship. We heard Eri squeal with glee, and thinking the chasm had closed, we rushed to the deck. However, we were once again greeted by its gaping maw. We asked Eri to explain herself, but at that moment her voice changed. She transformed into a horrible beast and attacked us. Eri's prayers at the altar of darkness were answered, and she took on her ultimate form, more beautiful and frightful than ever. Pulsing with delight, she leapt to the attack. The ominous light seeping from the altar of darkness revived Eri's ultimate form time and again. Just as we despaired at the endless struggle before us, the light disappeared, and Eri was devoured by the one called Ouroboros. Updates to Oriana. We defeated Eri after she revealed herself, and she retreated into the Dark Aurora. Not knowing what to do next, we went to seek the sage's advice. There, we met Lord DeRosso, who let us hear the angel's voice. Our true enemy is Ouroboros, who Eri merely served. Lord DeRosso left to make preparations, and the sage removed the final seal upon the Crustor archipelago. The sage extolled our victory over Ouroboros. He also spoke of Lord DeRosso, with a hint of sorrow and envy in his voice. The great chasm began closing, but the sage used his powerful magic to keep it open long enough for us to return to the worlds we had chosen. He watched as we headed off to live our lives. Updates to DeRosso. Beyond the 5th holy pillar, Eri transformed into a monstrous beast. When we went to seek the advice of the sage, Lord DeRosso appeared and let us hear the voice of the angel. The sage removed the last lock on the Crustor archipelago, and DeRosso hurried off, saying he had preparations to make. Lord DeRosso came to neutralize the core that would revive the bringer of ruin Ouroboros over and over for all eternity. He would sacrifice his immortal soul to contain it. After talking to each of us in turn, his voice next reached across time and space to one in another world, saving him from a fiery death, but condemning him all the same. His was a hero's end. Ouroboros, bringer of ruin, a god of destruction who used Eri to destabilize the crystals and link worlds together, aiming to invade the celestial realm. After gathering enough power to invade the celestial realm, he devoured his minion Eri mercilessly. Arrogant and proud, his hatred for the celestial realm was clear. During the battle, Lord DeRosso arrived to fulfill a promise he had made to the angel and the sage. He sacrificed himself to neutralize the cord that allowed Ouroboros to regenerate over and over.